Make my heart like yours with longing for the lost sheep from the fold.
Worship Foundations International's global impact teams are made up of musicians and other artists who spend anywhere from 2 to 10 weeks playing in venues around the world, hanging out with indigenous student musicians, and in turn impacting culture worldwide by impacting those who increasingly influence culture worldwide, young artists. This is our purpose, to impact culture worldwide through music relationships. The opportunity and stewardship responsibility we have to change cultures by reaching its college musicians and artists is immeasurable. All over the world, musicians are having an increasing influence on their fellow classmates. The strategy is for artists to perform on international campuses. From these concerts, cross-cultural relationships are developed, national musicians are reached, culture is altered, and nations are changed by the gospel of Jesus Christ. Our desire is to be an active part of what God is doing around the world to draw people of all languages to Himself, that He may receive their unique expressions of praise. The countries in which our bands have performed or led worship include Thailand, Cambodia, China, Kyrgyzstan, Zimbabwe, Nepal, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Armenia. Our teams have encouraged and formed the bands with indigenous musicians to help them impact their own culture. They've trained worship teams and led 30-plus worship seminars around the world. We have seen churches and schools with administrators who were previously wary of Christian leaders build partnerships after working together with our global impact teams. We have spread God's Word and shared Christ not only through music, but in taxis, in parks, on mountaintops while drawing, while painting during concerts, and even in airports along the way. 8 Armenian policemen and 1 taxi driver are among those that have been led to Christ. Our bands have performed more than 100 concerts in villages, schools, cafes, parks, and the like. Here's the testimony of one of our missionary hosts, quote, "Since we work with students or young people in general, music creates opportunities for the natural development of relationships." Another says, quote, "I just pray that your efforts will expand and grow. I was totally impressed with your band as well as the attitude of each member." Yet another says, "It was a great partnership, and we look forward to working together at some point in the future. Thanks so much for not only the team and your hard work, but more importantly for your attitude and servant's heart. That was what really made the experience positive in my eyes." The impact overseas is only part of the story. The global impact experience is a critical piece in our strategy to prepare and release worship leaders for kingdom impact. It is our primary character development experience. Band members are challenged emotionally, socially, and spiritually in ways they've never seen, nor might never see again. Our teams are comprised of musicians who've never met before, so one band might have a drummer from Florida, a bass player from Ohio, a guitar player from Oregon, and a vocalist from Massachusetts. So the picture is this. Band members are making music with people they've only known and rehearsed with for 1 week. They're all usually strong leaders. They spend a significant amount of time together due to the nature of the ministry focus and overseas experience. And on top of all this, they're encountering varied levels of culture shock as they become accustomed to living in another country for 2 months. So you have a group of strong personalities performing show after show for hundreds of students with people they've only known a week in a place of significantly different values and norms, and going home is nowhere in sight. This screams of trouble, and we welcome it. With great challenge comes great test of character, and our team leaders are equipped to lead each band and individual member through a process of intentional character analysis and development. As to the life change in our team members and how it prepares them for future works of service, here's one testimony that represents many. Quote, "Things have been turned upside down for me, and I have no idea what will be in store when I land. The only thing I do know is that everything about my life will change. I'm dedicated to live a life where God is in everything, from how I spend my time, my money, my intentions, my decisions, my relationships, and my career choices. It's a scary thought to hand over every aspect of your life to God, to submit it all and say, 'Lead me where you want me to go.' I take that back. It's not scary at all. It's relieving to know that it's not all up to me, and I can't wait to see what He has for me."
Through the course of the summer, we gave about 35 to 40 concerts, and at the very beginning, we were kind of at a loss of how to communicate in a different culture. We didn't know the language. We were just barely learning about the culture. And one particular evening, we had been in a village and given a concert, and we met a young guy that was in his early 20s, and he was Thai. He was a Christian and a fantastic musician, and God put it on all of our hearts to ask him if he'd be interested in playing music with us for the remainder of the summer. And so we asked him, and he was very excited about doing that. And it was so neat because one of the obstacles that we had to overcome, and that oftentimes you have to overcome in other countries, is that people look at Christianity as a Western religion. And for him to be able to be with us as a Thai believer and be able to share his testimony right alongside of us as we shared our testimony about Jesus Christ, it was a really powerful witness. And just to see all of that come together was just evidence to me that God had his hand in it from the beginning.
Bring down